Hello, outside world. Hello. Hi, Diane. I knew Diane would be first. She's always first. Hello, Diane. How are you, my friend? Everything okay? Hi, Sandra. Who else is here? Hold on, let me get rid of this one thing. Hey, Linda. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Mary Becker. I see you sneaking in. How are you? How are you? How are you? Tony. Y'all know I'm just checking in. No live streams. I know. I lost track Sunday, okay? I know I did not do my keeping it real with Molly because Molly don't know what day it is. I need someone to remind me what day it is. Hi, Esther. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Darlene. Karen. I cannot keep up. I cannot keep up, people. Okay. Oh, Diane says she's finishing folding laundry. I have Lee for that. Do you need to borrow Lee? I have Lee for that. Let's see here. I am just making sure here. Hold on, I just need to share this in a couple places just because I don't feel like doing this twice. So, yeah. So I shared it in the two groups I wanted to share it with, okay? And now I'm going to try to keep up with y'all's messages, okay? Because I'm a non-reading person without my glasses. And let's see. Hi, Jason. Hello, Rose and Sherry and Debbie and Tiffany. And yeah. So anyways, sorry about Sunday, everybody. I can't even tell you what I was doing 2 days ago. I can't tell you why I didn't. I can't tell you exactly what I was doing, except at some point on Sunday, I was rewatching Big Little Lies, HBO, Big Little Lies. Oh my gosh, have you watched that? So like, I was watching it and then I was getting ready to move to North Carolina, so HBO was off. So I never saw the last season finale, and then somebody told me there was a season 2, and it hadn't started doing, you know what I'm saying? So like I had to go back, remember, because I'm old, what I watched in the first 6 episodes. So got caught up to there and got Lee into it. Thank you very much. So now I'm like just starting in season 2, right? And we do this like late at night most of the time, like 10 o'clock, because I'm just that person, night owl. And so I can tell you that I know late I was doing that, but when I was supposed to be talking to you, I have no clue. And I didn't see anybody saying, oh, Molly, where are you? So you all was obviously doing your own quarantine thing too, okay? So don't judge me. Don't judge me. So yeah, so how y'all doing? I'm, like I said, just checking in. I had a really great meeting last night with my leaders. They got me all emotional. We had opened it up for like new people who were interested in leadership, and then we had our vet leaders were there, and everybody was talking about the new opportunity that Avon has extended, the 0 sign up, which is great, and also the things that they're offering people who join and put their first order in 13. So we were kind of talking about different things that you can do with that. So that was exciting. We did that for about an hour or so. Lots of sharing, lots of loving. I think I get so used to doing Zooms with my team that I forget that so many of them are doing them and they're living their life while they're listening and watching. Sorry, guys. Congestion. Don't judge me. I just have a cough. I do not have a fever. I do not have corona. Don't judge me. So anyways, yeah, so we all kind of got together, and we had a really, really great turnout for that. You can tell a lot of people aren't working their regular jobs and this and that. Hey, Tracy, how you doing? Let me go back here a little bit. So we had this really great leader meeting, and we were talking about reaching out to old leads and letting people know, man, why it's a good time to come back and join Avon. Whether you're a personal shopper or whether you, at this point in this quarantine thing, you need a side hustle, even if it's coming to an end. Some people need to get caught up, you know, and so they need something. And talking about how to share that. and getting through the fear and that kind of stuff. Also for my Avon family who's on here, in the middle of working on a new video. Last time we did brochures, and then I did a couple of videos on skincare and how this new skincare that Avon is now using to attract new customers. Well, it attracted me, let me say. So I did a couple of videos on that, treatment of certain problems and my new skincare. So I did that, and then I did the one on the brochures, how I'm still a big believer in the brochure and giving that out. And this time I'm going to talk about samples. So I'm sharing with you all the different ways that I get samples in people's hands, and paying attention to customers and what they buy or don't buy, and getting them to understand that a lot of what we're carrying now is so different from anything that we've ever carried. So I'm excited to share that with you. So I'm hoping to have that out this week. Yes, we are, yeah, we're all doing well. Thank you, Tracy, for asking. And Tracy, those bags came at just the right time, okay? So we know what that's all about. But they did, thank you, because I use those for different things, and it was good. So I was glad to help you, and you helped me, so thank you. So yes, I'm gonna have that out for you. But there's so many different things that that this whole quarantine thing plays with your Karen. I don't make my own samples. I'm not going to tell you I never have, Karen, okay? There are times with things that I have made my own samples, but in this day and age, especially with this whole corona thing, and all of this, y'all know, is just my opinion, okay? Okay, it's just my opinion. I'm not a real big believer right now with this whole corona thing about giving somebody samples unless they're right there in person. Like, they're right there in person. I'm at an event. I have and they want to take some with them, something like that. I would much rather tell them about our return policy and tell them that if we don't have a sample for it right at this moment, there is no hassle with returning it. So, and that's just my personal view. Like I said, there was a time I would have made, gosh, I get this tickle, this crud right here. But I didn't have it before I started live streaming, okay? I did not have it then. Thank you. So yeah, so I just think that, as usual, are we not used to change? Every time we turn around, something in life has changed, or business. Hi, Alex. And what happens is, when it changes, you kind of have to change how you do things, which is what I have been doing. But I have been definitely using Avon Social more. And you know, watching the things that they're giving us and getting ideas, and a lot of the stuff that Scott Kramer talks about, and that Carla Lytle, another person I follow who's big with social media and really knows her stuff. I have followed them for a long time, but I was doing a lot of the stuff that they were doing already. Thank you, Karen, who coughed on the screen and gave me the cough. Thank you. It's not my fault. I know. Girl, look, Irene. You know what it is? My hubby is in the garage restaking his claim on the garage again. And normally when I do this, he fixes me a hot tea because he knows I get all gunky sometimes in my throat. And yeah. So I know, Tracy, you know, Tracy. Tracy, it's one more thing. Tracy, I had to nip at my hair this morning. Here I am. My hairdresser is going to kill me when I go back up to Maryland. I had all these longer than, and I was snipping at my hair this morning because Maryland did not open up their salons, and North Carolina is still not open. So the county in Maryland that she's in, they did not open up the salon. So I was all excited about being able to go up there, see my boys, get my hair done. Don't tell my boys, I was more excited about getting my hair done. And so I had to start snipping at it. And look, have you ever seen me in a live stream with no nail? I am so not a put together woman right now. Thank God for skincare and makeup, okay, and all of and hair coloring that just no, I know it's not my normal, but at least I can do something because I am not put together at all. Just saying. Hi Jillian, how are you? So yeah, so anyway, so Leah's trying to take his garage back over, okay? Because I am, as he would tell you, like moss. And once I put something out there, it just keeps going. You know what I'm saying? It just keeps going. So he might be nice and hear me coughing and make me some hot tea, because he does that when I'm live streaming sometimes. But if he's not watching this, then he won't know, because he's probably got his headphones on while he's doing everything. Linda says I look great. Linda, I will send you your $5. Sister, I will send you your $5. But I can't stand this. Now look, this is the one thing I have noticed though. Can I share something with you with another Avon product that's been out for a while? Guys, I have had gel nails since I was, Lord have mercy, long before I knew Lee, and I've been married to Lee. It's going to be 15 years that we're going to be married. So I want to say for probably 30 years. Isn't that bad? Almost 57 years. 57 next month. But gel nails I have had. Now, it used to be, thank you, Tammy. It used to be that if they had to, like, you know, take that off, whatever, grow it out, that your nails would hurt so bad and there would be nothing left. They would be ridged. They would be this and that. Now, I have been taking, no lie, the AM PM, the pills, you know, the AM PM from the Aspira line. I have been taking that since the day it came out. I still take that. My sister-in-law takes it. It's supposed to be for your hair and your nails. I still take this, and I have to tell you that since using that, when they came off, and I could say my nails are still strong. 30 years of having overlay on my nails. And I'm not telling you I'm not going back, because I'm going to tell you right now, when my people open up, I am back there. I'll be waiting at the door. Waiting at the door, because I don't like this. I'm sorry. Don't judge me. I don't judge anybody who doesn't have their nails done. But, hi, baby.
Your order's here?
My order's here? My Avon order's here?
Second row?
Yes.
If your birthday gift comes tomorrow, if you want to live stream it, you can open it. If not, you gotta wait till June 21st.
I have to live stream my birthday? When? It's not here.
I said tomorrow.
Lee got me a really cool gift that I already know about, but I've been wanting it, and anyways, he says I have to live stream it or I have to wait till June 21st. I think I could coax him without the live stream. I'm not going to say nothing else about it, but I think I could, just saying. So, anyways, see how he makes me squirrel? I'm going to tell you something about my squirrels in a minute, too, outside. Okay, but first of all, the AM/PM, the Aspira AM/PM. I cannot believe after all these years of having the gel nails, right, that I can take them off and I can function and everything is great. The AM/PM, if you haven't tried it, I'm going to tell you, I'm hoping that Avon keeps it around. I know that they just discontinued the energy pills, I think. Lee and I take the protein. We have a shake just about every morning that he fixes for me with some banana and peanut butter, and it's just our normal thing because we're not big breakfast eaters unless there's a donut involved. And if there's a donut involved, girl, I'm there. Okay, I'm there, just saying. So anyways, but the AM/PM, I'm still taking it, and so is my sister-in-law, like I said, and it just firmly made a believer out of me that this is some good stuff, whatever's in it, okay, some good stuff, because I was so scared that if I went ahead and cut them off, that, you know, I was going to have to worry about them breaking and splitting and hurting and being so thin. Just saying, good stuff. Had a customer super crushed about the natural energy. I know. Jessica, again, I don't take it, but Lee took it, especially on days he's walking, which right now he hasn't been. We're having a rain spell. But my sister-in-law also took that too. I have a lot of customers on that, and believe me, no, they were not happy about that, but maybe they're going to come out with something better. I don't know. I, have been doing this, this happy coffee, this dose happy coffee. I've been taking that because I have needed a real, like, a boost, like energy, something or other that helps me in the morning. And I saw a friend of mine who was been promoting for a while this dose happy coffee, and I have to tell you, so far I'm 3 weeks in. It's 2 weeks, Lee. Made a complete difference. In my attitude, I feel like I'm happy even through the quarantine, so that's kind of cool. So I've been taking that, but hoping that Avon brings something back that's like that. It's difficult sometimes. I don't know if enough people were buying it or what was going on, but not there. Hi, Arthur. How are you? Scola! Scola in the house. Yeah, Scola in the house. Scola, if your ears were burning last night, okay? We had our leader meeting last night, and I started telling the girls, we were talking about different ways to get stuff out, and I started telling them about your training, yours and Wilbur's training on the shuffle, which has been really great. Even I have been learning stuff. I haven't been able to get on live, but I always go back and watch your YouTubes. So I wanted to say, if you start seeing more views, I'm taking your videos one at a time and putting them in my my team group so that they can start really seeing how we can put this tool to work. I love it, always have, still use it. Customers, recruits, other businesses, other side hustles, personal business tool. I use it for everything. You know that. But if you start seeing that, I just told them I'm not doing new videos and stuff because what you and Wilbur have been doing with that has just been phenomenal, actually showing on these Zooms how they can do something. And for me, can I just say, bottom of my heart, as much as I know about shuffle, just watching you all and with the different things you're doing and the different things you're adding and things that I really, Andrew, we're talking about shuffle, different things that I did not know, okay? So thank you for that, okay? Thank you for that, because just watching what you guys have done, and it just really, I wanted to reintroduce again to the team because we have so many new people looking for new ways to share things. So, and if you're not, y'all need to go take a look at Scola's thing. If anybody, especially on my team, wants to join, what you need to do is you need to PM me and say, Molly, tell me about that shuffle thing. Tell me about the shuffle thing and let me share with you what we're doing. And then what I love is we're all kind of one big family here. It's kind of like being an Avon family. We're also like a shuffle family. We're that too. Oh, and the defense card, Scully, yes. Perfect, girl, because yes, that's, yeah. Looked at Wilbur's and all of that. Very, very cool. Love how we can connect and kind of clone each other's cards or get the ideas. Scola, whenever something that I have followed on your cards, whenever you update, I always get the update, which is so cool because I can just see what has she premiered. For a while when I was going through stuff with my brother and he was really sick and I needed to send my shuffle card out, so I would text Scola and say, have you updated your customer shuffle card yet? Because I need to do it. So I would go in and I would clone her information and then change the stuff like joining and all to, of course, my information. And it was such a help. So being that kind of family where we can all be connected and share. I know a lot of people tried it, but never went. Thank you, baby. He heard me. He bought me hot tea. Yay. Thank you, darling. I love you. Thank you. So you gonna go out and keep working on your garage? Okay, yeah, the one that I was taking over, that one. So that was a great thing. So if you're not using that, can I just say, some people, like with what they do with businesses, period, they get something, they don't really understand it, they don't want to keep messing with it, they don't want to go watch videos, they want somebody else to do the work for them. Now, I'm not picking on y'all who have just dropped off of it, I'm just saying, me personally, I don't understand how people have a tool like this in front of them and they're not using it every single campaign, and in some cases every day. I have a virtual card to celebrate birthdays on my team. I have a virtual card to celebrate Avon anniversaries. I have a virtual card for my my side gigs. You know, for everything, like even like, you know, me Ubering, well, I have a reference code for that if people want to do it. So I just have them put their name and number in my phone and I just send them. I just send them the information on it. There's just so much in life that you can do. Somebody who wants to connect with you as a customer, or if I want to promote a product. I don't know why I got off on this, probably because I saw Skola and I did want to tell her about that and I haven't had a chance. So anyways, that's not what I got on here for, but I'm glad that I mentioned it, because for those of you who do the whole, you know, yeah, I'll do something, it's $10 a month, but I don't feel like I'm getting anything from it. It's like anything else, people. When you do something, you got to wait. You got to keep it going. You got to use that tool. And if you have something else you're using, use it. I believe in trying to do what I can do and not work quite as hard if I can work smarter. And I believe that when you pick up different tools for businesses, that it's about working smarter. It really is. So yes, Brittany, I was squirreling. Yes, I was. So I have 2 squirrels. Let me just take a squirrel moment here. I'm gonna be posting. Oh, Karen, thank you. I didn't see your ask. My feed is going crazy, so thank you about the shuffle card. So again, if you want to know more about shuffle, you can PM me. And I would gladly reintroduce you to it. You want to PM me your cell number so that I can send it to you on your phone, because you don't really get a good look at it unless you can look at it on your phone. So that's what I'm going to tell you. And then you can ask more about it, because training, believe me, Wilbur and Skola are getting it done as far as training and what you can do or not do with certain tools. And I am personally loving it. I never get to catch them live because I'm always working right now with Instacarting and whatever else is out there for me to do to make money, or training with my team, whatever it may be. But I always go back because I try to do training a few times a week on different things. So yeah. So anyway, so that's what you can do. Okay, so just PM me. I will get it today, I promise, and we will do this. So hold on one second. I need to plug my phone up here, or we're gonna die. Not literally, but you know, die. Let's see if that works. Close. Okay, that might work now. We might be fine. So 2 squirrels. We put up new bird feeders and a new pole, and these are squirrel proof. But these stupid squirrels, and I call them Billy Bob and Jimbo sometimes when I like him. And look, I have a thing to feed squirrels. It's up on my tree. My father-in-law helped me put it up. Has a little bird feeder there so that they can like gnaw on it and eat, but still want my bird feeder. And I don't care what they pick up on the ground, but get off my bird feeders. So I could tell they had been eating at this corn thing I put up, but I could never catch them. This morning I caught them and I took videos and I did commentary. Mama Molly and the squirrels. Billy Bob, Jim Bob, Jimbo. You're gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna post it a little bit later, okay? Because I just took it before this. Hi Glenda, how are you? So yeah, so that's all. Lee bought me tea. Right? One of my favorite cups. See, I used to have a Rottweiler, yeah, and somebody bought me cups and I love them. His name was Bruno. He was a doll baby. But anyways, I'm squirreling. So anyways, the nail thing, it was crazy. What else do I have for you besides somebody noticed my nails and said, Molly, but your nails, I know, anytime you see me, I normally get, oh, Molly, your nails look so beautiful, and it's so nice, and what color is that? Now it's, Lord, Molly, what happened to your nails? Esther, very simply, I don't let people take advantage of me. I had to learn that, though, Esther. Esther says, Molly, what do you do when you have people taking advantage of you? Well, You have a choice. You can lay down and let them keep stepping on your neck and just hope they get it on their own. Or you can say, I'm going to be different. I'm going to change. I'm not going to let this happen anymore. And then it's up to you to be the change, especially if you're the one who's being taken advantage of. For instance, it could be a friend. It could be a family member. It could be a team member. It could even be a customer. You know the difference. You don't need anybody to tell you because everybody has a gut instinct. The gut instinct will say, there's something not right about this. I kind of feel taken advantage of. But it's what you decide to do with it that will make the difference. Because if your head is saying, oh, no, you don't deserve to be treated any better, and you keep letting people treat you like that, then it's never going to stop. It's never going to stop. I had years of that kind of abuse in all different areas. I had abuse like that in a first marriage. There was a time I took that kind of stuff from my kids. I took it from my dad. You see a pattern here? The people in your life, the men in my life. I've had it happen with team members. I've had it happen with leaders in the past because I was scared to death that I would lose the customer, the leader, or the team member. And I just realized that, there comes a time when you just have to say no more and know that you might lose that person. That person may not be a part of your life. But the truth of the matter is, were they bringing any value into your life to start with? I think this is where we go wrong. Sometimes I had to say to myself back then, Molly, you need new people in your life. You need new people who are not always looking for what you can do for them. And believe me, I am a person who loves to do for people. Okay, so let's be clear on that. I love to do for people. I love to give. I love to share information. Yes, Scott's on. How are you, my friend? Yes, you release them. That's hard sometimes, though. It's hard. You all hear me talk a lot in my videos and live streams about loving people from over there. That they could be family members, they could be your kids, they could be people that have been in your life a really long time. And it doesn't mean that you don't love them. It doesn't mean that you don't cut them off. It means sometimes you have to take a deep breath, exhale, and say, I love you, but I have to love them from over there. I don't let them close enough to hurt me or to use me because I am a creature of habit that if I get back to letting people use me and abuse me, I will continue on that. You guys know me. I'm just honest with you. I know it's kind of like when I stopped drinking Pepsi 4 years ago. People say, I don't get it. What do you mean? What, you can't just have Pepsi when you go out? Just have it here. Now, y'all don't understand. Pepsi, I know it sounds crazy. Maybe y'all have got something else in your life like this. But Pepsi was my heroin. It was my heroin. It was. My drug that I could not just drink one. I could drink 4 or 5 in a day. That I just had to have it. I'm not talking like Coke or... look, that didn't matter. I'm talking Pepsi, okay? And... when I decided, when I was getting ready for the first Avon walk that I actually couldn't do, but I collect the money for it because I had an injury, I decided then that I was not going to drink Pepsi anymore. And I mean, I gave it up. Hi, Joanne. How are you? Joanne Potts. Good to see you. I had to decide that I was going to cold turkey it. And I mean, it was so bad for me that I could see somebody with a Pepsi in their hand. And I would look at Lee and go, if we don't get away from her, I'm going to go beat her tail and jerk that Pepsi out of her hand. I'm going to drink it right in front of her. Like, I was having those thoughts, okay? I was having those thoughts. I thought, I wonder if people who like are alcoholics or drug, I wonder if this is how they feel. Like, I will just take that. I will take that pill. I will take that needle. I will take that. I will whip your tail. Give me that Pepsi. And I think back now and I go, dang, like it's not like that now. But you know, every now and then I'll get a craving, and I'll like Lee and I'll go down the soda aisle, really, you know, because I like ginger ale orangeade every now and then. I love that. There's something about that combination, and I will get that, and I'll see the Pepsi part, and I'll be like, Lee. I said I could just sit here and open up the bottles one at a time, or pop the cans and drink every single one. And I know people say, Molly, if you went back and you drank it now, it would not even taste the same. It would taste too sweet. It would be nasty to you because you've been away from it so long. Let me tell you something, sister. No. It would be awesome. It would be amazing. It would shoot fireworks out the bottle. You know what I'm saying? It would be heaven in a can and over some cold ice. We're going to get off this subject because it just makes me want to, I'm going to drink my hot tea. We good. So anyways, that's how I am about Pepsi. So y'all know my deepest addiction was Pepsi. But my other deepest addiction was letting people walk all over me. Willingly. I don't mean they did it and then they abused me with it. I would do anything for anybody, no matter what the cost. It didn't matter if it made them a better person, made me a worse person. It didn't matter. I would do it, and it didn't help them and it didn't help me. So, hi Kathy, how are you? So, I'm telling you that if you feel like people are taking advantage of you, you got to draw your line in the sand. And by the way, make sure you don't let them walk over the line. And sometimes you will make that mistake and you'll let them. And you're like, oh, wish I hadn't have done that. It's okay. It's a new day. You can draw another line. Okay. So it's not something crazy. Strawberry Crush. Oh, Lee likes, what is the one that Lee likes? Not Crush, but Lee likes, he can't find it all the time, Peach Fanta. Lee loves it. We see it down here in the 2-liter bottle, but he wants to get it in the bottles where, you know, the single bottle, 16 ounces, I think. He hasn't been able to find it down here yet, but if he does, Lord, look out. So yeah, so people, that is a lifetime thing, Esther. I hope that you know that you've got to decide what you want and what you don't want, and decide that you're going to be like, nope, no more. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. And what happens then as you get stronger is you kind of notice the warning signs, because your gut still reacts to say, wait a minute, I think I've been here before, but maybe it's with a different person, you know? Molly, when a new rep puts her books where I do, what can I do? Tony, I want you to know I've been in Avon a little over 16 years right now, and I want you to know that happens to me all the time. All the time. All the time. Now, I am going to tell you this. There's all different scenarios here. If your book is somewhere and it's showing, as a representative, if I went somewhere and saw your book somewhere, I would not put my books where yours are, because number one, the first thing I do is ask the owner of the salon, the shop, the store, whatever. I say to them, do you have an Avon representative who drops off here? Because if not, I would love to service your shop, your store, your salon, whatever it is. That's me, and I believe in being courteous. But the reason I say I know Tony is because you all have heard me. When I was in Maryland, I had a senior active community called Southwinds that I went in there. They had lost their representative. It used to be a lady who lived there. And I had customers there that somebody had found my book somewhere else. I had dropped books. I had tossed books in driveways, and this lady was at her son's visiting. She got the book. She wanted to order from me. It was Southwind. So when I went to deliver her order at the place and went into the community, I said, hey, do you all have anybody? I'd love to be your Avon representative. And the lady said, no, I don't. I said, well, that's awesome. And anybody who who lives here, I'll give them a discount too. They'll on everything, I'll give them a discount. And everybody who ordered got a 10% discount from me, okay? And this was, of course, now I've given those customers to reps that are in that area that are on my team. But I would do that, but I asked because I did not want to step on anybody else's toes. But this is what happened, Tony. So obviously more people are coming in there, and I would take books in, no lie, 20 to 25 at a time, and would drop them off. They had a table where I let them. I even put a little basket out that had some samples, the whole 9 yards. And I walked in one time to deliver 5 or 6 orders to the customers, going to do my thing, and I looked and I said, oh, I knew they weren't my books, because see, my books went in and they had samples in them and they were wrapped so everybody got their own samples, you know. And I was just like, okay, that doesn't look like my book. And when I did, it was 3 or 4 other books. And I thought, okay, well, this person can't say that they didn't know my books were here because there were still 3 of my books sitting on the table. And I thought, wow, that's crazy. And what I figured, first I got mad. I'm not going to lie, because I thought, gosh, that's rude. It's just rude. You know, another representative has this place. They're leaving brochures there. That's rude. And then I said something to one of my customers and said, wow, I noticed that there were other books down there. And of course my customer said, Molly, don't worry about that. That comes and goes. She said, you take care of us. Everybody knows who you are. You have events here. She said, so, don't worry about it. And then I got to thinking, that's very true. I do believe in public places there is enough for everybody. I do. I think you could have 5 people leave books in certain places and there's enough customers for everybody. But I also believe in being respectful to my sister Avon representatives. But here's what I found out in 16 years, Tony. Not everybody feels the way I do. Not everybody handles business the way I do, okay? Tony, I don't know if you remember, but I told the story one time about the fact that a neighborhood, and look, neighborhoods are different. They have all different representatives who are servicing neighborhoods. But I remember that Lee and I were going and we were dropping off our regular customers, established customers' books, and we would, we could put them on the, and I don't need any arguments over this, we could hang them on the flags in the mailbox. That postman did not care. He was cool, just don't block the door. Now, I know everybody's got different rules. I hear, don't touch the pen, don't touch the mailbox, don't do this, don't put it around it. I get it. I've been doing this business a long time. I get it. But where I was, it was okay. And you know how I learned? Because where I'm at now, it's not so okay. We don't even have mailboxes. We have a cluster mailbox thingy. Sucks. But it's okay. But I had a representative actually who was going behind me and taking my brochures off the flag and were putting their own on there. How did I find that out? Because there were a couple of people that ordered from me all the time and suddenly they weren't. So I went and called them and said, hey, I just wanted to make sure you were okay, because I left a note on the last brochure, just asking if you were okay. Didn't hear from you. And she goes, oh, Molly, you're still selling Avon? And I'm like, yeah, of course I am. And I think I was only about 4 or 5 years in the business then. And she says, well, we got another brochure on there, and there was a note on there that said that you had retired from Avon and that you were no longer a representative. And I was like, what? So I said, can you do me a favor? The next time you get a book from her, would you mind saving that brochure for me so I can see who this is? I said, because one, it's completely unethical. I could have gone to Avon with it. I said, no, I'm a big girl. I take care of this myself. So she did. And I called this lady. I called her as a customer. I said I wanted to order from her. Got to talking to her, asked her how long she had been in, and apparently she had been in Avon almost 23 years. She was a top seller, this and that. And I said, really? And I said, do you have a team? And she goes, no, I don't have a team. She says, I just like to do the selling. And I said, oh. And I said, have you heard of a representative named Molly Stone Bibb? And she says, oh, Molly, yeah. She goes, we are tight. She retired. I think it just wasn't for her. So she kind of retired from the business. And I said, wow, that's truly not possible. I said, because this is Molly on the phone with you. And it was like, and she was stumbling all over herself. That's what I was told. I said, but we were so close. You obviously would know. I said, come on. And she says, well, I think all you youngins, now understand, youngins, I was 40 years old when I came into Avon. I wasn't a youngin here, okay? I was a youngin that came in who was very broke and very hungry and saw the opportunity with this company. And yes, I had big, major, upstanding ethics, okay? But yes, I did. I went out there, I tossed brochures and driveways. I was getting customers, and she said, well, she says, we don't believe in that tossing thing. And I said, no, ma'am. Hey, Sarah. I said, no, ma'am, you don't believe in this tossing thing. I said, I have been in this business almost 4 years. I said, I have 187 people, it was something like that, on my team at the time. And she said, and I said, and in the first year I hit President's Club in less than a year. And I said, and now I'm a Rose Circle seller. Do you know why? Because I have an open mind to building a business. And if you so much had this neighborhood locked up, why have I acquired 47 customers just in your neighborhood? Somebody wasn't doing their job. And I said, and if this happens again, I will take this directly. I don't care that you're an honor society. She was even in a different district than me. But I said, I don't care. I said, she goes, well, there was a time we had territories and you wouldn't be able to come in. And I said, territories have been gone since the caveman days, okay? So we're not going to do this anymore. I said, look, I believe in supporting Avon sisters. And I said, I've had people who've told me that you are their representative when they got my brochure in their driveway. And I have said, I am so glad that you have a representative you're happy with. I said, because that's what this is about. And my book tossing was about those who didn't. I said, so stay with her. I hope she's servicing you well. And I said, I'm so glad that you're part of our Avon family. I could have said, oh, I'm sorry, she's retired. Never even thought about that, right? So, but let me tell you something. It was a learning experience for me, because these people that I looked up to that, wow, I just couldn't wait to get where they're at. And because I had a different practice, which was completely fine, she decided that, I guess she got scared. I don't know what makes people do the things that they do. But she decided to lie and not be ethical and do things that, you know what, it didn't help Avon's name either. And even when I talked to my customer about it, and she did this with 3 customers of mine, I said to my customer, you know what, I said, sometimes new people come into the business, and people who, sometimes reps sit back and they get comfortable. They establish what they want, and they get comfortable, and they're not looking for new customers. They just think they're going to come to them. And I said, and I think if she thinks about it now, she'll probably be very sorry that she did that. I said, I don't want to believe she's a bad person. I just think that I was a hustler, and I came in, and she's probably never had anybody come into her neighborhood with that kind of a vengeance. And Lord, I didn't even know she was in the neighborhood. But I said, and if she had been doing her business successfully, you would have been her customer and not did anything with my brochure. And she says, wow, you could have sat here and you could have told me about what a bad person she was. And I said, but I don't believe that she is a bad person. I believe she made a bad decision. I believe that she let fear get in the way. And I think because she hadn't been going after her business, she just reacted. And sometimes reactions are not the best things to do. And needless to say, we were not buddies, okay? We were not buddies. She didn't like me. When we started putting all the district celebrations, PC tributes together and everything, I know that every time that Lee and I were up on that stage collecting awards, hi Ray, every time we were up there, man, there were darts. If looks could have killed me, and Lee been dead a long time ago, just saying. We would have been, and I would not be here talking to you. But it's okay. It's okay. My local laundry runs out other reps because I'm the rep. Sarah, I get that, but I think what I would like to propose to all reps who are watching this, I would like to propose that instead of just leaving your brochures at open businesses, ask. Because I got to tell you something. Sometimes if you don't, as soon as you leave and you just leave them, they're going to take them and throw them away because they feel like you did not respect them enough, and you came into their salon, you came into their business, and you just left something. And every single time I've seen somebody behind the counter or at a laundromat, I've been like, hey, you have a board up there. Is it okay if I pin this up here? Can I leave these brochures out? Is it okay if I do this? And 99% of the time, they say absolutely yes. Now, you got to understand that if the owner says that and you're already been putting them in there, let's be clear. You made your mistake because you did not form a relationship with the person in that business that you should have. How long have you been listening to me say that this business, any type of business, should be and start and end with the relationships? Because a person, an owner, a manager is going to be loyal to you when you form the bond with them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Sarah, I'm sure you did. Sarah, anybody who is your customer, they're never going to want to leave anyways. So you have any worries there. If I was where you were, I would be your customer. Okay, so I would be your customer. It's just that simple. So yeah. So, and remember, you don't always have to react badly. Sometimes but she needed to know that she got caught. And that's what I did. So, Brittany, that's good. You always ask. That is good. And you want to be sure that in the end, that how you react to somebody, that you can live with what you say. Look, Lee lives with me. And sometimes things will happen, and I will run around here, and I am fussing and fuming and cussing and moaning, and I am like, I'm going to call that person, and and he's like, baby, don't react. Just stop. I need you to take 10 minutes, baby. Sometimes he need to tell me take 20 minutes. Sometimes he'll say give it 24 hours if it's bad enough. And he'll say, and then let's talk about this. It's been a huge learning experience for me not to just react, We do that sometimes even with our company. Something happens, we don't like it, and we just want to react. And where's the first thing that you do? You get behind that keyboard and you get in a Facebook group and you're and you just start putting what you don't like, right? And before you know it, you are floating all kinds of misery and emotions. And look, good things do not come from emotions all the time, okay? When you react to something emotionally, most of the time, it's really not what you wanted to put. Yes, Sandra, he is. He keeps me grounded. He keeps me steady. He stops me from making stupid mistakes. And he reminds me sometimes of that I want to be better than what I've come from or how I reacted before. I said to my team last night that they helped me grow as a leader. And if you saw my post today on my personal page, I realized last night I got emotional. My team started, and I hate it when they start talking about me, especially in my presence, unless they're making fun of me, and then I'm okay with it if they're making fun of me. But they started talking, and it got very emotional and very uncomfortable for me, because when they start talking about how much they love me, that's uncomfortable for me, right? But it kind of went there for a second, and when we got done and I was just, doing some things, and I made the post and I said, my team, along with my Avon family, they have no clue how they have helped me grow as a person, to figure out, one, be honest about who I am. Two, to know who I want to be and to keep working at that, because you all hear me, I am a work in progress, and I try to be 1% better every day than I was yesterday. Because if I can do that, I can redeem myself sometimes for the stupid crap I did the day before, or maybe something that I should have reacted differently. I am not a perfect rep. I am not a perfect leader. I am not a perfect person, although I tell Lee I am, but I'm not. And he knows it, but he rolls with it sometimes just to make me feel good. But I know that I'm here to be better, and I know that some of you struggle with who you are. And you're not alone. I struggle with who I am too. And when you struggle too hard with that, it affects everything you do. It affects how you run your business. It affects how you view your relationships. It affects how you do your job. It affects how you are with your team. It affects how you are with your customers. Always on the defensive about how you're going to have to react if somebody says something. You just need to strive to first be okay with who you are right now in the moment. But also know that there is always room for improvement. Respond, Lee just said. Don't react. But here's the deal. If I didn't realize this, if I did not realize this, who I was 16 years ago, if I was still that same person, you would not want to listen to me today. Because I look back and I didn't like that person a whole lot. She was unsure of herself. She had low self-esteem. She felt like a failure. She didn't complete anything. She stayed and let herself get walked on too many times in life. She always took the blame for everything, even when it wasn't really her fault. It was just easier to take that. She smoothed everything over for everybody instead of addressing the pink elephant in the room. I very much have owned what I am now. But if I want to feel better about who I am now, even today in my failures, all I have to do is look back so I can see the progress that I've made. And I wake up every morning with the same thing. 1% better, Molly. Don't strive for 10. Don't strive for 100. Whew! You complicate things then. I don't want to be 100% better than I was yesterday. I would like it, but that's too much pressure for me. And Tony, as far as another person's action, you can't do anything about that. If it's just dropping books off, Tony, know who you are as a representative. Know what you represent, my friend. Know that you know the service you're willing to get. Know what you do differently, and know that's going to come back to you 100-fold, okay? Don't spend too much time on unless they're doing something like what that lady did to me all them years ago. Okay, that's completely different. You got to address that. But if this is somebody who's just doing that, I know people go, I just take those things and I'll do this and I'll do that and I'll rip their books up. God, come on, guys, we don't need to do all that. You know what I'm saying? So just strive to be the best rep and the best person that you can be. That's my suggestion for you. Look, we're all learning new stuff right now. Sometimes I feel like we're part of a new company. We got these products, and during the pandemic, I was saying to my team last night that they have performed in a pandemic better than They performed without it. But let me be clear, let me go back a little bit more. Avon has performed as a company better in the pandemic than they were 6 months ago, a year ago. And as you can see, when we talk about a tribe, the tribe doesn't just start or end with just my team or just my Avon family or just my corporate Avon family. It's all of us together striving to be better. And I finally think that with LG as our new daddies, that they're just trying to be 1% better every single day too, instead of trying to get it all done at once. I love that. I kind of feel like maybe somebody up there was listening to me. I'm not stupid enough to think they were, okay? I'm just saying. I like to say maybe they was listening to me. Wouldn't that be cute if they was listening to me? But I know you all are listening because I watch. You all think I don't watch everything. I do watch some things. I watch how you all respond differently in my Onward No Matter What group. I watch how I saw some of you respond a year ago to people, to newbies, this and that. You know what I'm saying? And I watch now how helpful you are and the patience, because maybe you saw yourself as impatient. I think you were, but you saw it and now you're doing things differently. You're doing things better. We're all out there making a living and we're changing the way people shop. People are shopping with us now. You know, Avon has bought essential home products to us, and I know a lot of you were against that at first because you're like, we just need to be makeup and skincare. Well, back in the day, maybe we did just need to be that. But right now, I'm thrilled. I have to tell you something. There's been a lot of talk about the whole ramen noodle thing, and I don't think that's going to be something that stays with us forever. But Lee and I laughed because we fixed the ramen noodles that I was sent because I wanted to taste them. Because look, I like ramen noodles. I think they're a little bland, but I normally eat them when I'm sick or not feeling good. That's the truth. These ramen noodles that Avon gave us, they're the best dang ramen noodles I ever had. And Lee said the same thing, and he's not a huge fan, right? I was suddenly like, man, I wish I had some beef or some chicken or something. And then after putting my post up that I did on my Onward with Molly page about the ramen noodles and how great they were, I've had 2 customers order the 5-pack of ramen noodles, ladies. Just saying. And I know they're going to love them. I know they're going to love them. Brittany, yes. Just go to your site, girl, and type in ramen. Type in noodles. Girl. And I think it's such a weird yet kind gesture. I can't figure out how I feel about it all. But this is what I know. I've got 5 packs in my order to go in with my next order because if they quit carrying them, I love them. And I want to get them, and I'm a representative, and I get a discount. Best ramen noodle. And look, there's a lot of people who don't feel that way, okay? A lot of people don't feel that way. They don't like them. Some people like more bland stuff. These had a little bit of spice to them, and they were fabulous. They were fabulous, okay? Kathy, yeah, maybe they will get some more of the essential oils and less chemical things. I hear you. Look, I don't know where they're going to go. What I know is they're bringing enough that all of us should find something to be happy about. I feel like I have so much to offer to my customers and anybody who doesn't have a representative right now. I feel like we have so much more to offer people who maybe they came into this company at not a good time and it did not do for them what they were hoping it would do. And to be completely transparent, I don't think Avon helped a lot of that because they were out of a lot of products and they weren't getting orders to them and they weren't getting their award sales and we were complicated, okay? But the point is, now, it's a little bit different. Now I find that they communicate more and they let us know when things are going to be out. And we have ramen noodles. Oh my gosh, it's just so great. If that's not something you're happy about, that's okay. You don't have to be. Again, there's something for everybody, right? But I just love that they're just trying to hit on so many different areas. So I feel like they're trying to be 1% better too. And I'd have to give them a straight up A for that. I do. And I feel like that all of us who are striving to say we're in all of this together. Look, when the pandemic is over, we are still in this together. We are. We're still a tribe. We were supposed to be in Jamaica, a lot of us. And I was telling Michael yesterday, I think, I said, what you all did with getting on there, Steve Bosson and Donna and Avon and y'all getting on there and, like, hey, we know where we should be and we know we couldn't do it. But hey, you know what? We want you to know it's coming and we want to do this in November and this is what we want to do. And we can't have conference and that was canceled. We are going to be even stronger by the time all of this just settles and the dust of the pandemic settles, okay? This affected a lot of people. I'm not taking away from that, and especially those who had compromised immune systems or aging people or people who were fighting diseases, whatever it may be. And you hate to lose anybody, whether it's flu or cancer or auto accidents or old age. Let's be honest, natural causes. I don't care. It doesn't hurt any less when you lose people. But I also know that us here today, we are still in the land of the living. And we need to live our best life. And as an Avon representative or whoever you are, whatever your business is watching me, you need to strive to be the best today. The best today. That's what you need. You need to say, this too shall pass. But what I'm going to do is I'm choosing to be better for it once it's done. I want to know. That's why you don't sit back and go, well, when this is over, I'll live my life. When this is over, I'll build my business. When this is over, I'll do this. You can do that. You have the right to do that. But a lot of us have the right to say, I'm alive today. I'm breathing today. And I have a lot to offer today. I can be the best person and call my customers and my reps and check in on them. I can still have my Zoom members and give them virtual hugs. I can still warn them that when I see them in person that I am going to squeeze them so hard their eyes are going to bulge out. Okay, it's going to be like that. Yeah, it is. So stay away from me if you ain't a hugger. Lisa Wilbur, if she was on here, she would tell you, okay? I believe that we are taking this opportunity to feel more than we've ever felt, to not let ourselves get very, very vulnerable and to say, no, I'm going to survive this. I'm going to be better after this. I am going to show my team how we're doing this. I hope you can feel the excitement. If you've had a bad day, I hope this live stream has given you hope to say, Molly just kicked my ass. And I need to look at some things differently, and I need to be better today than I was yesterday. That's what I hope for you. Because I can't choose it for you, right? You got to choose it. You got to choose to be the best that you can be. You got to choose to be better. You got to choose to forgive yourself when you don't accomplish that. And there are many days that I say I want to be 1% better. And you know what? Sometimes I'm not, and it's a really bad day. But you know what else? It doesn't take a lot to make up for it, because the next day, I'm going to be 1% better. You feeling me? That's what it's about. You've got to be consistent with the good stuff. Somebody said to me the other day in a private message that she really appreciated the fact that when I posted stuff in my Onward No Matter What group or even out on my page or on my Instagram, whatever it is, that it's not always about my company. It's not always that. Sometimes it's just about how I was feeling that day and sharing the pressures of things I've experienced in life. And they said, it's like you're in my head, and you know what I was going through in that day. And the truth of the matter is, I don't. I just share what I've been through. So what I hope that it shows you is that you're not alone. You're not alone. Everybody's been there at one time or the other, what you're feeling. Some people just aren't as forthcoming with the crap in their life as I am. Very forthcoming with the stuff I've been through, how I felt going through it, how I recovered. Hey, Candace! Very, very, very honest. And it's not easy for everybody to be that honest, okay? Okay, it's not always that easy. And it wasn't always easy for me either, because I was quite embarrassed about a lot of my life. But because I kept trying to get through it, I got stronger. 1% stronger than I was the day before. 16 years later in business, in a direct sales business, has shown me so much. 15 years almost being married to somebody who is in it with me and not always fighting against me has shown me so much and has helped me grow so much. Having issues with my kids, separating, and then finding our way back to each other has made me a better mom and a better person. And my team sometimes not being real happy with me because I'm kind of blunt about things when we are having our training is not always happy with me, but when they get over it and they put in the work, wow, they're so happy that it was. I can't even drop off my Avon brochures at the grocery store anymore and deliver them. Jillian, just find new places, my friend. The dust is going to settle. It's going to happen. You just got to venture out, watch what other people are doing, and figure out what you can incorporate into your life as it stands. You're going to find it. It just takes some time. Nothing comes like that, okay? So, yes, Joanna, Team Lee is definitely a blessing. And a lot of people don't know this, but Lee is a blessing to a lot of people. I'm just going to say that. He's in a lot of people's lives. That's not up to me to put that out there, but he is. And he is such a giving soul, because it's not just always about our team. You see, he doesn't post a lot in Onward, but when he does, I would advise you to pay attention. Because when he posts, and look, he doesn't accept any more Avon reps on his personal page, because that's for him, his friends, his college people. Lee sometimes can be very to the point. Sometimes there's a little rude and crude. That's why we get along so well. I tell you guys that about my personal page too. But when he puts something in Onward or Team Onward, or I'm just telling you, pay attention, because it's something he's been through, something that's going on. And he has to put up with me. So imagine, because as he has quoted, I am a lot. And I own it. I'm a lot. I am. And I'm blessed. Look, it took 17 years with somebody who didn't get me, who really wasn't plugged into the relationship. And when I was strong enough to get away from that, and I was blessed enough to find him, you know what? Is it all roses? Is it all great? No, he pisses me off more than anybody else I know on a consistent basis. But he keeps it interesting. And he makes me laugh when I'm pissed. And I hate that, but I keep him around because not too many people can do that, just saying. So if you're mad at your husband today, but you feel like he's a blessing, just go give him a kiss and tell him you can thank Molly for that. That's what you need to say. So take all of this, like again, we talked about everything. So if you're just jumping on here, you can go back and you can watch it in the replay, okay? I just, realized my days are still just mixed up, so I need to do a live stream to make up for Sunday, okay? So I just did. So y'all got your live stream. Pretend it's Sunday. Keeping it real. I did. I did my job. I just didn't quite do it on the day I was supposed to do it, okay? So stay strong. Be brave. Do it scared. Be 1% better than you were yesterday. And remember, onward, no matter what. Not when you feel like it. Not when it's easy. Not when the mood strikes you. Onward, no matter what. That's what we do. And that's what helps us to be 1% better every single day. Take care, everybody. And hey, look for my squirrel videos, because I'm going to share them about Billy Bob and Jim Bob or Jimbo, whatever mood I was in. And I'm narrating, so y'all need to watch it, because it's pretty crazy. It's pretty funny, but I couldn't help myself, okay? Mwah! Love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.